Good morning, everyone. I am Shanita Jones with the Placer County CAPC, and I want to thank you for coming to our third and final webinar series for social media and planning. This is our planning outreach and evaluation basics, and it will be held by Erica Villarreal and Deja Wright from the San Joaquin County CAPC. Special thanks to Nathaniel Ruiz, Lydia, and Serena from Strategies TA. Take it away, ladies.
Hi, everyone. My name is Erika Villarreal. I'm the Marketing and Community Outreach Manager of the Child Abuse Prevention of San Joaquin County. And with me today, we have Miss Deja Wright, our Marketing Community Outreach Coordinator. Do you want to say hi, Deja? Hi. Good morning. So we are a dynamic team of professionals with expertise in media, design, and marketing, united by a passion of child and community advocacy. Next slide, please. Thank you. And this is our wonderful, beautiful faces that we work with every day on a daily basis. We have a little bit over 200 employees at our agency, and this was our picture taken for this year's April month, which is Child Abuse Prevention Month, as you all well know. So this was our wonderful picture, and we do this annually. And just in case you missed it or you want to kind of repeat what we've already kind of went over, we do have on the screen QR codes to take us to the YouTube links of our marketing strategies. So we have webinar 1, marketing strategies, which was pre-recorded. And then we have our webinar 2, which we did in March, and that is on design and marketing basics. And it's all chock full of information in there. So you can go ahead and visit that whenever you'd like. The goals of today's webinar is to go through social media scheduling and planning, why that is important, our community outreach representation, how we're going to show up in our community and also meet our community partners, things like that, evaluation and event follow-up. So after we do our events and our outreach and things like that, what that follow-up looks like, how we're going to archive things, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap everything up. And if you guys have any questions, we will be happy to answer them. Okay, so why monthly planning matters, why this is important. I'm going to go ahead and take us to a little place called our team meetings. So our next slide will be, this is what we do when we have our team meetings. This is a very, very basic calendar. I go onto Google, I search whatever the month is ahead of time. I print out literally 3 printouts of whatever month it is ahead of time, and I bring it into our team meeting. It's myself, our director, and Deja, and we go ahead and talk about all of the things that are coming up in the upcoming month. And then this is what it looks like when we are all done with our meeting. Next slide, please. Boom. Okay, so I literally scanned this in. This is Deja's copy of her physical calendar. And this is how everything is lined up. This is what we're scheduling. So this is where we schedule posts, how we do our events coming up in, how we're going to promote them, when we will post a TikTok. So you could see right there, like on the 15th, we have TikTok highlighted there. That's when we want to do the TikTok. And what they will be highlighting our programs that we work within. Do you want to add anything, Deja, or no?
Yeah, so and then also we like to color coordinate in our department too, just so we know, like, 209 gives, I highlight those all yellow so I can kind of remind myself, like, okay, I need to post something the week before. So save the date, the day before, the day of, and the day after. So we like to really utilize that as well to kind of like keep ourselves organized with all our crazy posts, especially during the month of April.
And I literally bring in a jar full of markers also, highlighters, markers, and all of that, because we don't know what colors we're going to be using, and we all just grab our markers and do it how we're doing it. Also, we do have takeaways, so that will be listed in the chat. I believe Serena is going to be putting that in the chat for you guys to go ahead and download, but We do have like an actual physical calendar where you could go in and do the months yourself, or we have the next 6 months for you to pre-plan your 6 months ahead of time. You could just go ahead and print those out and utilize that within your teams. Next slide, please. So this is a list of the best times to post. I don't know if you guys want to screenshot this or just come back to this webinar, but these are the best times to post. We've kind of done a little bit of digging to see, going through our analytics and things like that. So on Facebook, 10 o'clock during the week, 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. on weekends. We want to keep in mind when people come back from work and their busy day schedules and when we're going to be scrolling a little bit before or after dinner. So we just want to keep that in mind. Instagram, 8, 10 a.m. during the week, 3 to 4 on weekends. And then the same thing goes for LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, and again, we just want to add to, we know that we're a team of two, so just do what works best for you. If you can't hit all of these times, throughout the weeks and on the weekends, just post when you can. We're fortunate enough to where both of us can post different times, different days on different platforms, but just do what works best for you so you don't overwhelm yourself.
Thank you, Deja. And also, we kind of gave you guys a little bit of instruction on how to plan ahead, like on the scheduler on our Facebook Meta in the previous webinar. So you can go ahead and utilize that, do it for the month ahead, and you're already good to go, so that's another thing that you can think of as well. Okay, and a gentle reminder, gentle but stern, do not wait on your graphics. So we're just gonna go ahead and go in, gentle but stern. We're gonna go ahead and go in on when you're working with community partners or you're doing events, you're working with a lot of people. You don't wanna wait on graphics from your community partners. You wanna go ahead and ask. You wanna request graphics and images early on. Say you have an event on the 15th, you wanna push it out to the 15th before, the month before. Also coordinate with your community partners, have open communication. So always check up, like their posts as well, be commenting on things. As another reminder, whenever people are commenting on your social medias, always answer them back, at least like it. That activity is very important. So when you're talking to your community partners, you want to request these early, you want to coordinate with them, and you want to ensure that the visuals support your message. Or if they're kind of giving you something a little bit grainy or that doesn't kind of go on your brand, it's not really on your brand, you can kind of do a little bit of designing techniques to fit into what you're trying to say. So in your uniformity. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples here. So we have a Chick-fil-A partnership in our county. They are wonderful. We love Chick-fil-A. These are some flyers that they graciously made for us for the month of our Child Abuse Prevention Month. So they have these, they sent them through. They said they wanted to graciously do a community care night, adopt a cow night, and then a CASA volunteer info breakfast. So we requested those early on. They asked for our logo. They put our logo there. So we were just very grateful for them to do what they were doing for us. They sent these over in ample time. And so the next slide will illustrate how we kind of incorporated our uniformity into their flyers.
Mm-hmm.
So this is on our constant contact. When we sent it out, this is the first thing you see. So you see kind of like our uniformity there. We put up the little pinwheels. We wanted to keep it also within their brand as well. So they use this specific red. We took their red just so that our people can know what we're doing and who we're partnering with. And then right after this image, we have all of their flyers. So we really love to highlight them that way.
All right, now community outreach and representation. So we really just want to talk about where to meet community partners and give people tips on how to navigate that. So again, keeping in mind, if it's just one person, attend what you can attend, show up where you can show up. Don't overwhelm yourself, but do put yourself out there so that the community knows who you are and they can put a name to a face. So research and attend local events, health fairs, community fairs, back to school nights, other community resource fairs that are happening at middle schools, elementary schools, high schools, reach out and see if they're accepting community vendors. And then again, just attending events that align with your mission. So we are the Child Abuse Prevention Councils of California, or whatever may be your name, but just attending events that have families and children where you're able to outreach and bring awareness to families in your county. And then again, going back to community partnerships, really, really putting yourself out there again to let people know who you are and what you have to offer. And then maybe they have something that you need and vice versa. And then that's when you come together and say, well, we have this. And if we can offer this for your clients, and just basically ask what is going on in your community, what other nonprofits are around, what other agencies are around, and figure out how you guys can work together to just further the message and further strengthen families in your county. And then staff involvement and volunteering, we'll talk more about that, how to get staff involved. Again, we know everyone doesn't have huge teams, but if you do have the capabilities, ask your staff members, ask other people to get involved along with you.
Mm-hmm. Even your family and friends as well.
Yes, because we
Yeah.
do drag them along too.
Yes, sure do.
Next slide, please. Okay, so we attended the CAPC symposium this year for our county. The last 3 years that I've been here, I think I tabled at all three of them. And so what we do is we have a table there with all of our resources because it is the Child Abuse Prevention Symposium. So this is the email that is sent out to all the different nonprofits and agencies in the county who would like to attend. So I registered the CAPC and then we attended. So next slide, please. This was our table setup the day of. It was hosted at the Hilton Hotel in Stockton, California, and the San Joaquin County Office of Education was the main sponsor who put it on. And so we were right when you walked up the stairs, it was BAM, the CAPC. As you can tell, we have a lot of flyers on our table. We have over 20 programs at our agency. And so usually I try to put out certain things that pertain to that event, but this is an event where it's like we are kind of amongst everyone, so we want to have everything out, because sometimes people will come along and be like, oh, I'm just getting flyers for my clients, or oh, I'm just updating the flyers because I haven't got flyers from you in like the last 2 years. So it's really important that you have up-to-date flyers, and everything is printed well, color, that it's very appealing. And so everything is very nice and neat. I am a perfectionist, I will not lie. So when I am setting up this table, I'm making sure that it's very appealing. I want to draw people in and I want them to come talk to me. Next slide, please. Okay, and then building impact through local engagement. So here at the CAPC, we are a part of quite a few chambers in our county. And so Erica and I both attend mixers. She attends mixers in Tracy's. I attend mixers in Manteca. We also attend mixers together in Stockton. And so we're just, again, putting ourselves out there, letting people know like, hey, we're the marketing and outreach team. Here are our cards. Should you need anything, or you would like to come take a tour of our facilities or anything else we have to offer, we always put that out there. And this is just another good way to just build connections with other people in your community. Again, going back to maybe they have a resource that you don't have and vice versa. So you really want to build those connections in your town and in your community.
We're all stronger together. Yes. So.
And a lot of the times we have overlapping missions too. If we're all working to prevent abuse for children and, strengthen families and uplift parents, then we should be working together,
Yes, definitely.
Excuse me. Okay, so this specific partnership actually just came from someone, seeing all the good work that we were doing on our social media, and they just felt, moved. So that lets me know that we're doing our job well. But it is cool that, you know, the real estate company actually reached out to us and they wanted to do a teddy bear drive for our students at one of our camp preschool locations. And so, because she works out at CrossFit 209, she was able to get her supporters to buy in on this huge teddy bear drive. And so, that's what I'm talking about, is just making those connections and building partnerships. And so, this is just based off of her reaching out, and we just coordinated. We made this really cute flyer for her, and you know, put the drop off locations. We put a set date and time, or sorry, set date for when you can drop off your teddy bears and when we would collect them. And it was honestly a very, very smooth partnership. Like, it just went so well. And this is someone that we never worked with before, and now she wants to do it for us every single year. And so that's just us showing up as our true, authentic selves on social media, out in the community. I mean, who doesn't want to help kids, right? And so, next slide, please. This is the day I went to go pick up the teddy bears from CrossFit 209. And so these were the different locations where they had the boxes to collect. And it was, again, such an amazing turnout. It was great to meet. Betty is the one in the black on the right, my right hand side. She was the one I was coordinating with, emailing back and forth with. She set all of this up. I was just so surprised to see the turnout. But again, just she brought in her connections and we brought in ours, and we were able to do something good for our kids at our preschool. Next slide, please. And our kids are amazing. Every time any type of donor, someone does something for them, they always create these really heartfelt and personal cards. And so these are the kids with their teddy bears. Everyone got to pick out a teddy bear that they liked. And then they created these like poster boards almost. And sometimes they'll laminate them. They're putting their handprints all over them. But it's from them. And so I gave them all to her, and she was like trying to give them back to me, and I'm like, no, these are for you. The kids are saying thank you so much, like they're so appreciative. We still had teddy bears left over, and so then we funnel those back into other programs for our kids. And so this is what it's all about. I was just so happy to do this, and it was a great turnout.
Thank you for making this Valentine's very special. How cute is that?
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so staff involvement and volunteering. We are fortunate enough to have an agency that has over 200 employees. So we do a lot of tabling, a lot of volunteer events. We do gently encourage people to volunteer 4 hours of their time throughout the year. So a lot of signups, we kind of get an email together, we put it out there. This is an event, this is the time, these are the times. You need a resource box, you need a table, like put all of the information out there ahead of time. We do have incentives also for volunteering for us because we want to show up and show out. CAPC is strength in numbers, and we want to bring that community into involvement. We want to be involved with our community. We want to bring awareness to our community. So working here is a blessing, and working here, you're out there talking about the blessing that you're working with. So we do appreciate our volunteers. We like to highlight them. We do have all staff meetings, and when we don't have all staff meetings, we do have a monthly kind of newsletter going out, saying thank you and appreciation. So we do like to highlight our April volunteer, or our volunteers of the month, but these are our April volunteers. This is just a little snippet of what we do. We do put their picture up there, and we highlight that these people volunteered for the month. Thank them so much. I also, as a program manager, send it out to my cabinet team, letting them know these are all the people that volunteered. If you want to give a spot award away, our spot awards, we do have little reward cards for $5 if you see someone doing something extraordinary, extraordinary, whatever, going above and beyond, you can go ahead and reward them with the card. And so like I like to send it out to our cabinet team members, letting them know this is your dynamic team. They came out and they showed up for us if you'd like to reward them. So that's another way, another incentive. Another incentive is because they volunteer, we get them into a huge raffle. I actually have it right here. So these are the tickets. So once you volunteer, I don't know if you can kind of see. There we go. So once you volunteer, your name goes on a little ticket, and then we pull 2 names out of the month, and then those 2 people get, I believe, a $50 gift card. Is that right,
Yep.
Deja? Yep. $50 gift card. So Deja is also our coordinator for our volunteers. So she's very, very whoop, whoop. So she's very aware. She's always keeping me in the loop of things with that. And she does an amazing job at it as well. So this is just some incentive that we give to our employees here. And we do realize that there are smaller teams and things like that. But just like always give yourself a pat on the back. If you're a team of 1, it doesn't matter. It feels good to give. So that's just what we do over here. Next slide, please. And then we want to just go over a couple of tips. So event recap is a must, archiving materials and website social media updates. This is what we're going to be going over in the next couple of slides.
Okay, so of all the recaps, this is one of our most extensive ones because it's covering the entire month of child abuse prevention. And
In
so
detail. Sorry.
yes, it's very detailed. This is for our development director. This is for her reports, and so we can keep track of how well we're doing. Do we need to do something better, and what schools we went to? So, okay, let us show you. Next slide, please. So basically, I just start off giving a really brief overview of what Child Abuse Prevention Month is, why we're celebrating it, why we're highlighting it, and then we show our picture, our Wear Blue Day. So we do participate in the hashtag Wear Blue campaign on April 4th this year. Next slide, please. And then our county always hosts a proclamation. So during the month of April, the Board of Supervisors proclaim that April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. And so some of us from the agency attend. We take pictures, we bring pinwheels, we bring some of the students from the preschool. And then we also host the Lisa Project in 10. And so what that is a multi-sensory exhibit about child abuse and neglect. It's like a child taking you by the hand and telling you their story. And so imagine that in a huge portable house, but now we're going to condense it. So we do, it used to be pipe and drape, but we got a little fancy setup now. So we take it into high schools where we set up the exhibit literally about child abuse and neglect. Kids get iPods, the old school iPods, and they do about 12 minutes, right, Erica? About 12 minutes,
Yeah.
they walk through this exhibit. And so during the month of April, we went to quite a few schools, and we have quite a few coming up in August. And so these are some of the schools that we went to in San Joaquin County.
And that's 2 days each. So, whoo,
It's a lot of work.
and look at all those students. Yeah.
Teenagers are a lot of work, but it's definitely really good awareness. And so that's probably my second favorite thing about our job is that we get to do that. This is my favorite part of our job is Pinwheels for Prevention. And so that's when we get to go into schools, elementary schools, middle schools, all the way up into high schools to teach kids about personal safety, cyber safety, child abuse, what it looks like, good secrets, bad secrets, all the way up into human trafficking. And so these are the students that we reach during the month of April. We talked to quite a few students. We went to if I had to estimate, I can't even count, but I think we went to 5 classrooms in one day for one school.
I think it was more than that.
Maybe
We
7
started
or
at
8.
8, we got
Yeah.
back around 1. So yeah, it was about
Quite a few.
5 or 6. Yeah.
Quite a few, and then sometimes we're doing assemblies, so it just depends on the school's ask, but we are reaching these amount of students, and through our presentations, we have been able to empower students to make reports should we need to. So this is just one more thing that we're doing during the month of April to, again, highlight the month and then also just continue to spread awareness.
And we also leave them with pinwheels as well.
Yes.
Yes, physical pinwheels. So.
Okay, and then sorry, can you go to the next slide, please? So this is what we're getting ready to talk about. We're just going to zoom in so we can just kind of give you a better view. And so during the month of April, one of our community partners, Collins Electric, which is along the side of a freeway out here, Highway 99. You can see it, like you always see it when you drive on Highway 99. But during the month of April, they light their whole building blue for Child Abuse Prevention Month. And so we post this on our social media, we post it in our monthly newsletter. We encourage other agencies to reach out to us should they want to light their building blue. But this is so amazing to see during the month of April, and to really just have such a prominent business in Stockton or San Joaquin County do this for us. It feels really good. I think it's really cool. And so this is another thing that we highlight during the month of April.
Yes, I love that picture too.
Yeah.
It fits it very well. And we also are contracted through HSA, so Human Services Agency. So we are contracted to do two messages, so that two messages throughout the year, but we're overachievers over here. So we do three of them a year, and this is our first one. We always kick it off. We're April, so April is our Child Abuse Prevention Month. This is just our basic awareness campaign that we have all over, and I'm talking about all over. So we do PSAs, we go in and record the message that we want to send to people. We give them kind of like calls to action. So this is the design that I came up with. This is our billboard. It's all throughout everything. So billboard, and then we made a peach jar as well. Can I have the next slide, please? Thank you so much. Uniformity is key, as you can see. So this is what our peach jar distribution looks like, and I do it in both English and Spanish. So the front part is what we have our billboards looking like, our ads, our social media. The back part of the card, that is what we do for our call to action. So we have volunteer, advocate, donate. This is Child Abuse Prevention Month. How can I help? So this is what we want to put out there, and in Spanish as well. So yeah, we reach all platforms, everyone that wants to come in and help or get more information, we are able to do that. We are able to provide that connection for them. Next slide, please. And again, with the uniformity, when April starts, we do put everything out on social media. We put everything out within our agency as well. So I like to send out an email to agency-wide, everyone, 200 plus employees and everyone in between, our board members. This is our signature tag. This is what we want to put as our send-off on all of our emails. So we put this out there to the employees to put in our signature tag, as well as when we're doing Zooms. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month again. So we want to put that cute little kid in the back. We like to kind of update the design every year, but this was this year's design, 2025. Okay, and these are all of the schools that we have visited throughout. These are the schools that, not visited, excuse me, the Peach Jar went through. So all of these schools, these are listed schools that we choose for the messages to be distributed to. So all of the faculty, all of the parents, they have this information coming to them.
And then also during the month of April, it's not only Child Abuse Prevention Month, but it's also Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So we partnered with the Women's Center, which is known as Prevail here in San Joaquin County. And again, just they walked over to our building. We utilized our space at one of our offices. And it was just, again, another way for us to come together to raise awareness and promote solidarity amongst our community and the people that we serve, the clients that we serve. And so it's just another way for us to highlight how we can continue to partner with them in the future. This is not the first year, and it won't be the last year that we do this with them. Next slide, please. And then 209 Gives. So we always participate in 209 Gives. If you remember seeing that April calendar, I had to save the date. We're sending out something the day before, the day of, and a thank you after. And I think the cool thing about 209 Gives is that you can make this fundraiser specific should you need to raise any specific funds for a program. So like this year we used it for our summer reading program, and we were able to acquire almost $1,000 just in donations to buy kids books. And so it's just how you like really put it out there. Again, we know we've got an awesome team of two, and if it's just one person on your squad, do what you can. Just do the post, do social media posts. They have toolkits built in for you. You can just take what you want from that toolkit. We personalize stuff. Erika makes bomb graphics, so she takes this and then she'll like update it and she adds like CAPC colors into it. And so we create constant contacts, we create videos. We just really try to get the message out there because it's another way for us to get donations. And working in nonprofit world, we run off of donations and grants. And so you really want to utilize any type of um, fundraising campaign when you can.
And we also like to highlight where the donations go to. So after we're done with it, we love to show what your donation did because who doesn't want to see that, right? So we want to always keep that in mind also when you're donating to our agency. This is what you provided. Now 50 kids have a brand new bike because of you. Thank you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we always want to keep that in mind. We always want to keep the message going that way. Yeah.
Yes, we should have added it here, but if you would like to see the kids with their books, you can see it on our social media.
Follow us on social media. That's marketing trick. Marketing strategies for you. Next slide, please. Thank you so much. And this is how we archive, okay? So archiving is very important for the years to come. We want to see what's good, what's bad, what worked, what didn't, all of those things. So this is just an illustration on how we archive for our CAP month. We do have SharePoint, so please, if you can, if you're able to utilize SharePoint or some sort of platform that way within your agency. So this is kind of like the pathway that we follow for this particular month. This is public. We go into community outreach. These are all folders that you're going to see. That's what I mean when I say pathway. These are the folders that are within the folders so that you keep yourself kind of organized. It does help that we are already an organized type of perfectionist type of group because we both have OCD. We both are very like meticulous about how we need organization done. And this is just perfect for us to work through. So this is public community outreach, CAP month. And then you have all these years and years and years of like backlogging. So now we're in 2025, and this is the graphics folder that we decided to illustrate for you. So in the graphics folder, we have our CAP month calendar, which you'll see in the next slide. Then we have our social media graphics, what we used on social media. Then we have our flyers. Then we have our Chick-fil-A graphics, our partnership for the month of April. Then we have all of the pictures that we've taken. So we have all of that utilized so that just in case, 2027 comes, well, what did we do a couple of years back? Did that work? Did it not work? What did it look like? Let's give it a facelift or let's use it again. Sometimes you could use things again and don't reinvent the wheel is what we like to say in our team also. We don't want to do that as well. We just want to just keep it going, keep it pushing, but also give it a fresh take. So even if you want to change up the colors or, whatever you need to do, same colors, but different layout, you could always do that as well. So there's all kinds of little tips and tricks that way, but archiving is a must. So please, 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 start archiving if you haven't done so already. And this is what we had currently on our website for CAP month. So when you go to our CAP or our nochildabuse.org, it shows you where our month is. So we have kind of like a carousel going on, and so we have what different things going on in the carousel. When you click on the Child Abuse Prevention Month, this is what you see. You could download the PDF calendar. The PDF calendar is chock full of information. As you can see, it's almost on a daily basis. Things that you could do. There's videos. They're all themed up within, so you see raise awareness, you see support before report. So every single day there's something for you to do, an activity for you to do, a video for you to watch, information that is really great to know for the month, who our community partners are, where we've been at the schools, and constantly, like we've showed you before, it's always great to update on your stories. So if you're following us, you see on our stories where we're at, who we're tabling for, what event we're at. So it's really, really great to keep that up to date. So we had that launched April 1st. And then next slide, please. This is what I was talking about for the month of CAP month. This is in real time, posting events in real time when possible, because when people see that, they want to engage, they want to interact. Where else are they going to be? I'm going to continue following them. I'm going to continue watching their stories. So I believe you could press play on that just to give a little illustration. So this is just a little sample of the slide that we did on our story on Instagram, and then we also shared it on Facebook. This is where we're at right now, you guys. You know, check us out. Check out the Child Abuse Prevention Symposium. And this is just like a little thing that Deja put up, and she put the cute little arrows as a little graphic. I will do a lot of background music. If it's a happy day, just get a little happy tone in there of a cute little pinwheel spinning around or whatever. Just make it look kind of interactive for your people to get like, oh, get engaged. What's going to be the next slide? What's going to be the next story? What's going to be the next post? You want to keep them engaged. And this is one of my favorite TikToks we've ever done. It is the cutest TikTok ever. So as part of our partnership with Chick-fil-A, they graciously wanted to donate $5 if you adopted a cow from us throughout the month of Child Abuse Prevention Month. Chick-fil-A is just awesome. So they came up with all of these ideas, and you could adopt a little cow. And what is a little cow, you might ask? Well, let's go ahead and watch this video of the TikTok that Deja did, and you could see what exactly it entailed of. Oh, I don't know. Well,
I don't know why the sound's not working.
well, she's asking, may I adopt a cow? I could go ahead and voice over for you. Of course you could adopt a cow.
Yes, it was really fun.
It was so cute.
And the staff was nice. And yeah, all you had to do was just mention CAPC or CASA, and we.
There it is.
Hi everyone, it's Deja Wright, marketing coordinator for the CAPC. Come with me to adopt a cow today. Hi, can I order a number 1, please? And can I also adopt a cow?
Of course you can adopt a cow.
So cute.
Hi, Deja.
Promise to take care of Udder
Promise to take care of Udder
as long as I live.
as long as I live.
You are officially a parent of a Chick-fil-A cow.
Yay! Good job.
So how cute is that? And does that not make you want to go into Chick-fil-A and go adopt a cow?
Right.
Deja is such a good cow mom. She is in her office as we speak right now, the little cow. So little cow Udder.
That was a fun one to do.
Cool little way to just get people more involved in what you're doing. Okay, so when April ended, we went ahead and launched. So this is the importance of the updates. So we went ahead and launched our Ducky Derby, which is happening August 15th of this year. We're so excited. This is one of 2 of the fundraisers that we do throughout the year. So we are so excited. Ducky Derby is coinciding with our Lincoln Family Fun Fest. Yeah, I think I said that right. It's like a tongue twister there. In San Joaquin County, so in Stockton. And it's going to be a very, very great event. It's you adopt a little rubber ducky. So we go ducky crazy around this time. And this is just illustrating what we have on our website. We've taken down the CAP month, and now we're Ducky Derby crazy. So everything is yellow right now. So this is on our website. We have to save the date. We have our flyer up, our updated flyer with the date there. And we also have sent out an email to all of our employees to change out our signature tags to this cute little ducky right here. And this is the time for Q&A. If anyone has any questions or comments or Yeah, anything like that?
I have a question. My name's Lisa with the San Luis Obispo County Child Abuse Prevention
Lisa.
Council.
Hi.
And I'm curious, you talked about the Chick-fil-A sponsorship and it's a focus on CASA. And is CASA part of your council
Yes.
infrastructure? So it's not a separate organization?
No, and it is separate in some areas, but we do house our CASA for San Joaquin County in our CAPC, excuse me.
So my question, I mean, I'm very intrigued about this opportunity with Chick-fil-A because I know I'm sure all of us or should be very involved with the annual ask to In-N-Out Burger, which is the grant process. This is exciting to see how the Adopt a Cow approach is elevates, but when you're doing it, it's a focus on CASA, not or the council. I'm just curious how you spin that.
Yeah, so we have Child Abuse Prevention Council, but we do house CASA. So we do, we're kind of, what I like to say is we're like the cheerleaders of our agency. We have so many programs throughout our agency,
Right.
but sometimes we do focus on like CASA, or we do events that focus just on like our suicide prevention or our
I
TAY
see.
program.
Okay.
So sometimes like for instance, our TAY program had an art show. So we were promoting for Tay within our like social medias. So Tay is kind of doing their own thing on their social media, but we promote it on ours as well. So this was something we were promoting for CASA. I don't know if
So
that makes sense, if I'm wording it correctly, but
no, you're
kind of-
absolutely making sense. I'm
okay,
just
okay.
thinking out loud how I want to, replicate this, but I didn't know whether it was a CASA and Chick-fil-A arrangement. I don't want to step on my CASA's toes because they're a separate nonprofit in our county.
Oh, okay, I see.
So I wanted to just hear your feedback on that. And
I think it makes it a little easier for us because we do house our CASA for our county. So
the question is it a CASA like thing for Chick-fil-A? So if I approach Chick-fil-A, are they say, oh, we only work with CASA? I'm just, you don't know the answer to the question.
you know what? No, I don't think, I think it's just
Okay.
something that they showed
Thank you.
interest in.
Yeah.
So they showed interest in our CASA program, and that's what they wanted to do the fundraiser for.
Got it. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for that question. Do we have anything else?
Hi, I'm Maria Moody with CAPC in El Dorado County Office of Education. And I just want to say, wow, you guys have great campaigns. They're inspiring, and I appreciate all the great ideas. I already added to my calendar to organize my archives in our S Drive because I noticed when it's report time, we're all trying to gather pictures and everything, flyers and everything we did throughout the month of April, which is very chaotic. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys sharing it, and you gave me a lot of great ideas. I do wonder if you could share a little bit more of the project that you have doing presentations in schools. I'm very passionate about educating our littles, and if you could just share a little bit more, that would be great. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Oh my God, I love that. So we are contracted through our human service agency to do presentations. We do send out kind of like a district letter ahead of time so that the schools know what we want to talk about. And our platform is, like Deja was saying, it's very age appropriate presentations. So it all has to be looked over. So we do talk about good secrets, bad secrets, and then we go into the stranger danger. So it's like K through third, stranger danger, keeping your hands to yourself, what child abuse looks like, because a lot of the times it's children's normal, and they don't even know it. So we want to bring that awareness to them, to empower them to say something like Deja was saying, just in case something is happening at home. So we go over not only the physical aspect, because they just think the physical aspect of it is child abuse. No, we also go over neglect and emotional abuse, what that may look like. And then we do kind of like a PowerPoint presentation, assembly style. We have videos in there. Then we go through 4th through 6th graders, which it gets kind of tricky because that's when the cyber stuff happens. So cyber safety. We go into who are you talking to online, what catfishing looks like, what bullying looks like, what cyber bullying looks like. So it kind of just gauges within the ages. Then when we get to our 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, we talk about all of that and then what human trafficking may look like. So because we do all of those specific topics, we do have to let the schools know ahead of time. We give them the presentations ahead of time. So I'm not sure if you can maybe look around and see what the schools in your districts are looking for, or maybe kind of ask them also what you guys are looking for to bring awareness, because we do get a lot of feedback also from our principals, from our counselors, like these kids are having a little bit of trouble with the bullying here. Can you please go into what more bullying looks like? We even had one request digital citizenship. I didn't even know what digital citizenship was until I started doing research on it. So I found some videos, we did a cool slide, and we let the kids know what digital citizenship looks like, which is like, how are you acting online? So it's just basically like some legwork ahead of time to see what your district is in need of. And then you just kind of move forward from there.
Yeah,
Awesome, thank you. Sorry.
I was gonna add, yeah, we have like the San Joaquin County Office of Education, so we utilize them too because
Yes.
like it's education, right? And so what Erica's saying is like you do have to get district approval. Sometimes the districts want to approve your message because not all parents are comfortable with you using the word sexting or sex or all that kind of stuff. And we're not teaching kids about sex, we're teaching them about preventing yourself,
Yes.
like staying safe. And we know that it's not a pretty topic, but it's something we have to talk about, especially in our county where we're at.
Yes.
And so just advice, make sure you're being transparent with your districts and with your schools, and just, again, just be very straightforward so that they know what your presentation is and what your intentions are. Because I feel like that's one of like our only pushback things is like people get intimidated by what we're talking about. And then something happens at their school and they're like, oh, we need you to come talk to our students. And we're like, we know, that's why we were trying to. So just
Or if we send them ahead of time, we could also have them look it over, and then sometimes they'll request a parent consent form.
yes.
So they're like, we love the information. Some of our parents may be kind of iffy on it. So do you have some sort of permission slip just so that they feel better? And we're going to let them know what you're going to come in and talk to the school about. So we have that on hand as well. We'll reword it or send it however, whatever they need, we would like to provide that for them. So we have all of these options available. And that also is great in our archives as well. That's a great example of our archiving, because we like to see how our presentations progress throughout the years. So archiving is very important with that matter as well.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Maria. Have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Anything else?
Really good question.
Yeah, I know. I loved it. Okay, I think we could go on. We're not done with the
I
presentation.
have another question.
Oh, okay.
It's about the Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah.
Did you work directly with your local Chick-fil-A to establish this?
Yes.
So you actually spoke to them directly. You didn't go through corporate. Okay, thanks so much.
We have a few questions in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry, let me scroll down. It says, can you talk about how CASA is housed in your community?
How it's housed in our community? You know what? I'm not too sure how it's, we just house it in our agency. I'm not sure how to answer that question. How it's housed.
That was Lisa.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
The next question is, who creates your media content?
We do.
Both of us.
Yeah, we do. So, we create fresh graphics for whatever event, whatever community partner, whatever we're doing. We always get it, we create it, and we put it out there. We like to freshen it up every year. We don't want to look the same. Like I said before, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. So sometimes if it's just something we want to get out there, we'll change up the colors, we'll change up the border, change up the fonts. We have been talking about the marketing strategies in the previous 2 webinars. So if you want to go ahead and go back and look at those links, we do talk about how we do all of our media content that way.
Yeah, so like we create our hiring post,
Mhm.
and that's probably like the most frequent one that we switch up, like maybe every 2 months or something, and we try to incorporate like some videos that we've had made for us. But sometimes I will start a graphic and then I get stuck, or I finish it and I don't like it, and then I'm like, Erika, can you please take a look at this and like work your magic? And so then we collaborate on a lot of graphics. And we've collaborated on flyers too. Like we've created flyers from scratch before for programs that are in-house and out-house too. So like we just kind of bounce off each other. We start with a template and then we take stuff out of it. But yeah, that's just us right here.
Or I'll have Deja write a great caption because she's a wordsmith, and I'm just like, send me the caption. What do we want to feel for this post? We
Yeah.
do, even though we're like kind of right next door to each other, we like to work and independently, but then we collaborate. We kind of boom it together. So she'll work on the word content, and then she'll send it over to me in an email. I'll kind of like look at the words and then get the design that way, vice versa. Sometimes I like to write the words, and then I'm like, Deja, why don't you design this one? Let me see what you got with this. And then we'll just kind of collaborate. I'll have her come in and we'll just like do it together within that hour, and boom, we're done. So, and like Deja was saying also, I'm like, we like to keep on reiterating, sometimes you don't have a team of 2, sometimes it's just one person. Do not lose your confidence when you're trying to design something or get your message out there. Don't lose your confidence. If you're kind of having like trouble trying to figure out what you want to put out there, how you want to convey your message, go on Google. Go see what other, like, type in exactly like the event or something that you want to emulate or kind of have stand out, and just get your ideas that way. Look at Google, see what other agencies are doing, and then just put your own spin on it. But please, please, please do not lose your confidence in it. You want your message out there, and you just have to drive it out yourself. You just have to keep going. Keep on trucking.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you didn't participate in our last social media series, I think Serena posted the link to the Strategies TA YouTube. They did a wonderful presentation on how to use Canva and how to transfer it to all the social media outlets. They even did a design on t-shirts and posters and how to transfer it to PowerPoint. And so if you're still curious about that, I want to encourage you all to go check out our social media series number 2. There's another question in the chat. Oh, Esther Franco she says, I would like to use your example of collaboration with Fresno Madera Casa. Can you share the video for FCC AP to show?
Can we share the video? The TikTok that we just showed? I'm not sure if it's a TikTok.
Esther, do you want to come off of mute and clarify if you're still here?
My audio is not working, she said. Well, the video, if you're talking about the video that we showed in this presentation, it is on our TikTok. So it's No Child Abuse SJC, correct? On our TikTok name.
Let me confirm that.
If you want to go, it's one of our latest videos, so you can go in on there and look at our TikTok and then save the video that way. Or if you could share it to whoever. Is that
I
one?
will put our TikTok name in the chat. Please follow us.
There we go. CAPC strong.
Yes, there we go.
Thank you so much, Simon. Okay, anything else? Well, I think the next couple of slides are just our contact information, so we could put that up. There we go. So these are this is just ways to get a hold of us. Some key takeaways I kind of wanted to share or just speak on are our part one marketing strategies. We explored how to define your message, identify your audience, and choose the right platforms to amplify your voice and your mission. So that was in the part one of the marketing strategies. Our part two was the design and marketing basics. And there we covered all visual storytelling, branding fundamentals, tools like Canva, ChatGTP to make your content creation more accessible. And like Shanita was saying, I did do a live demo on Canva, and like I really know how like it could be kind of like intimidating to kind of go into a design type of app or website or anything, but just go in there and play around. I encourage you to just play and just find your voice, find your design template yourself, and then see what works for you and what you're comfortable with working with. Okay, and then part three, we just went over all of our outreach, planning, and evaluation. So we discussed building meaningful partnerships. How do you keep those partnerships? Planning with a purpose, keeping your mission in mind, and measuring your impact to inform your future efforts. So really, really keep that in mind when it comes to like archiving, when it comes to your community partnerships. Like we went over all of those things right now, and I'm so grateful to be at this agency. If no one has any other things or thoughts, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us in this 3-part journey. It has truly been a pleasure to share our knowledge and passion with this community because you guys are all great and you guys are all with that mission. So thank you so much for being here and joining in on this webinar with us. I'm so excited.
I just want to piggyback on that. Thank you, everyone, for giving us the opportunity to share the great things that we're doing. And don't be strangers. You have our emails and you have our website. And if you ever need anything from us or just want to see what we're doing, please reach out. And yeah, thank you so much for attending.
Yeah, keep telling your story and stay rooted in your mission. Stay rooted. It's important.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.